Okay, the guy next to me, we just locked eyes when I said that. But we're going to cue the intro! I love coffee. Woo, I love coffee. So let's just dive into it, shall we? I just got done working out. I have an excuse not to work out every day. Every day I have an excuse. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I don't feel like it today. And now some of you guys know this. I have heart problems, cardiovascular problems. But I'm negating most of those problems because I take care of myself. So there are days that I don't feel like working out. So what do? I have to motivate myself one way or another, or I just do it because I'm responsible. I have to look in the mirror and say, I didn't work out today because of what? I do 101 pull-ups. I say 101, I can just say 100. I do extras every day, but at least 100 pull-ups every single fucking day. Every fucking day, at least 100 pulls, at least 200 pushes. Every fucking day. And that's on top of a huge hour-long workout almost every fucking day. Every other day. You can get out more, buddy. I'm a truck driver. I knew you needed room. So I don't have a point in my brain to say, surrender to my excuses. Does that make sense? See, every single day I wake up, I'm not a morning person, but I work out in the morning because I wouldn't work out later every single day consistently, especially smoking weed and shit. But early in the morning, I don't feel like fucking working out. So what do? I need motivation. Well, I might turn on a video from That's Good Money, let's say, like a calisthenic video or something to get me pumped. And I'll watch that and see somebody else go through the pain. And I tell myself, and fucking do it. And that's more than just working out. I'm driving to my farm right now. It costs me $10 every single day to drive to my farm. Do you think my farm is accumulating $10 of profit every day? Not even fucking close. Now I'm selling some of my hens and some of my roosters today. Or at least one of my roosters and some of my hens today, and that's why I'm going to the farm right now. To meet up with somebody. What time is it right now? Hold on. Let me find out what time it is. I can't. It's not letting me see the time. So I don't know what time it is, but I'm meeting up with this guy probably in 30 minutes, so we have time to make this video. Anyways, so I go to this farm every single day because I have responsibility. I have to clean up shit. I have to feed my chickens. There's a lot of things I have to do. Yesterday, I took down my about 10-ounce Girl Scout cookies plant. And I had to trim that all up. My back's fucking killing me today. Wake up in the morning, and I knew yesterday how my back was feeling. I don't want to work out the next day. And I knew I had a full workout, which means about an hour, 20 minutes or so. Sometimes longer. Straight working out, no breaks. So the point is I'm getting at here is that I have excuses just like you. I have excuses. Why I shouldn't be doing the thing I need to be doing. Things hit me every single day. Hey, Opex, you have literally missed 3 workouts in the last 12 months. 3 workouts. 2 of those have been because of hangovers. So I don't drink much, but this year I've drinking twice. And I got hungover both of those days, and I couldn't work out. I think I drank another time, and I ended up working out. I was sick earlier this year. I worked out all through that. Last year, I had the coronavirus. Or no, sorry. It wasn't the coronavirus. This year I had the coronavirus. Last year I had an MMR shot that got me deadly ill. And I was bedridden for 2 weeks. And believe it or not, bedridden last year in February last year, 2020, measles, mumps, and rubella ended up becoming all up throughout my back, on my arms. I showed my parents, and everyone knew that I had measles, mumps, and rubella going all up my body because I've taken this fucking MMR. And I was bedridden. But guess what? Day 1, I tried to work out. I couldn't. I really couldn't. Day 2, I did the same thing. I really couldn't. Day 3, I really couldn't work out, but I did. Had no breath. Had no, I mean, you know, I had a huge infection in the lungs. You know, spitting up yellow mucus, you know, totally viral. Obviously MMR, because that's a huge viral load. So the point is that I'm getting at is that I had every excuse not to work out. Doctors recommend you do not exercise if you are fucking battling a virus infection. But I did it anyways, and I'm proud. Sometimes you just gotta show yourself how strong you are, how willed you are, how courageous you are, how determined you are. Because you know what? I'm gonna give you the scenario. Me working out every day, muscles, lean, sexy with my shirt off. I mean, this Punnam's maybe a mediocre at best face, but you know, there's a lineup of men. Lazy guys to the left, powerful alphas on the right. Which one do you want to have work on your vehicle? You want the fat guy, lazy? He's probably going to overcharge you and do shitty work, and you know, obviously labor for him is going to take 5 hours to put on a fucking bumper. Versus muscular man that's zip, 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 gets that bumper off, puts another one back on in 30 minutes. Healthy. Do you want that guy? I want that guy. Oh, let's go to women. Women are same lineup. Now women are choosing a mate. Are they choosing the fucking lazy guy? Doesn't matter how handsome you are. It really doesn't. Because the truth is, now, of course, obviously women make bad decisions every day. Obviously, they go after this guy, right? The handsome guy, the tall, dark, and handsome, skinny. They like that guy. But that doesn't mean they're going to be a great anything for you. But the person who's willed, determined, and you can tell puts in work, physically, mentally, or spiritually, or all three, that's the person the female is looking for overall. Right? Not just for a quick one-night stand or anything like that, but more for a long-term sustainability, stable relationship where you know you're going up in life instead of down. But then look at Fatty over there. Doesn't want to lift a finger, not for his own health, let alone his children's health. If you don't care about himself, he ain't caring about you. The point is I'm getting at is that when you're not lazy and you're not finding excuses, you are more valuable. That value is a direct correspondent to want. People desire you, whether that's your physical traits, mental traits, or physical or spiritual, or all of the above. Those traits are making you a better person. When you are doing something, let's say just walking, if you are just walking places rather than taking a golf cart places or something, or a wheelchair, and you're just walking, you're utilizing muscles you're not going to lose now. The second you get into that wheelchair and say, my foot hurts, or there's inflammation in my knee and my ankle joint, and then you stop because you have inflammation and you have a chronic pain in your knee now. I don't want to walk. So instead of walking, use it or lose it, you go into that wheelchair now. And that wheelchair is now your home. Once you stop being able to walk, how easily are you going to be able to walk? You don't walk for 3 months. Go for a jog. Tell me how you do. It ain't gonna be well. Man, I hate when people do that right on a fucking hill. I hate when people do that. Anyways, so I'm talking about being lazy and overcoming that laziness. We all deal with excuses every single day. Whether that's last night was Thanksgiving, you ate too much carbs and sweets and turkey and you don't feel like working out the next day. That's the day to fucking work out, buddy. That's the day you can't not work out. Does that make sense, guys? Now, this goes more than just the working out thing. Of course, this goes with your job, with your relationships, with everything you can fathom in your mind. But the reason why I'm talking about the working out thing is because it's relevant and easy to talk about. It's easy to put your mind in that mindset of just working out because it's so easy. But people always come up with an excuse. And it's usually external, meaning it really wasn't an excuse. Like my brother, you saw in my last video. My brother, I've been trying to get into the trucking since he got out of prison. And since before I've been talking to him about, hey man, I can get you in the truck and get you some really good money where you have your own property and blah, blah, blah in a year. But his excuses way outweigh the reality in his mind. The excuses being Biden coming up with this new mandates and everyone's got to wear masks and the COVs and come on, guys. Like, in all seriousness, that's nothing. You can overcome that. You just don't do it. Those things you don't want to do, those things you don't comply to, you don't comply to. What's your next excuse? Oh, I'm not motivated. I need time, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. That's all in your head. Once you tell yourself something, you have cursed yourself to align to that something. That energy and the frequency of the words and your understanding of those words have now manifested and become the truth. It's become the reality. If you say, your words are powerful, and you are a very powerful person. But, so, if you say to yourself, I can do this, there's nothing stopping you. Like, when I'm deadly ill, fucking bedridden, where I can't fucking move, where I'm fucking nauseous and want to throw up and blah, 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 blah. Can't even fucking move. Stuck in a bed. No excuse. I tell myself I'm a pussy if this fucking virus gets me. And I fucking do 100 push-ups straight. Not straight. You know what I mean. Straight as in, like a set. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, let's see if this person's here yet. If he's not, I will continue making this video. If he is here, we'll have to pause it and do it later or something. No, he's not here. So let's just dive into it more, shall we? So everyone has an excuse and everyone understands the variables and stuff. You know, like, your excuse is the power preventing you from doing the things that you're doing, that you need to do. Whether that's get a job, whether it's putting food on the table for your family, whether that's anything. You know what your situation is, and you know what it is that's preventing you. Or at least you should, especially after watching this video. Alright, so I'm just going to wait for this guy. But it's sick to me that, especially people nowadays just want to find an excuse. They want to play the victim. They want to talk about how difficult things are, but they don't endure anything difficult. Do yourself a favor, and this will be life-changing. You ready for it? If you do what I'm saying and align to the information I'm telling you, this is life changing. When you pray, or when you ask the universe for an easier life, stop that. Why has this got to be so difficult? I just want things to be easy and smooth. And then you're praying to God for this and stuff, or the mediator between God and man, Jesus Christ. You are putting something into the universe that's not healthy. It's saying that you are weak and you are cursed to be weak. God never has answered that, has he? He definitely has never answered that for me. Oh, I'll just make your life easier. We'll put money in your bank account somehow, magically, without you earning it. No, that's not how fucking any of this works. If you're alive for 3 years, you start figuring out there's causes and effect of things. So, instead of praying for an easier life or an easier experience, pray for the strength to endure those hard experiences. Period. That is revolutionary, not just to your life, but to your loved ones, the people around you, your community. Be the light in the world. See, if you have the strength to endure and you're not putting out excuses, people are going to call you for things. Hey, I don't know what to do about this. I got to cut down this tree, or I got a tire popped. Do I call this person? If that person doesn't know what to do, they're going to call you because you're probably more intelligent or more apt to understand or ready to go and endure those difficult hardships. But if you're not, no one's going to call you. Not for value reasons. And if you're not valuable, aren't you a waste of space? Shouldn't you not be here? I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet. According to Billy Gates, too many fucking people. Not just him, but, most people. They don't even have to be billion or trillionaires to want less people on this planet. But like Bill Gates once said, there's too many fucking people on the planet. We just want empty highways where we can just go without fucking that asshole. That person who doesn't put on their blinker, doesn't fucking care or consider anyone else. And that's a form of laziness. Of course, I've told you the differences between empathy and sympathy before, so I'm not going to dive into that. But most of these people are sympathetic, where it's bullshit. There's no true alignment to each other for communication or to understand. Because of this, people are sympathetic, meaning they have to align to an abstract idea to communicate with each other. Of course, go watch my videos on empathy versus sympathy and why I'm telling you to learn how to become empathetic rather than sympathetic, because it is more valuable in life and it's going to produce more or better relationships in life, because you can't be sympathetic. My mom died, right? 2 months ago. Your mom might have died, but she might have died at the age of 95. Lived a great life, had energy into her last days. And you might say, oh, I know what you're feeling. My mom died too. You don't know how I'm feeling. You can interpret those with how you felt when your mom died. But that's called sympathy. You don't truly understand, because if you did, it would be empathy. If you truly understood, you would have empathy and be like, oh my God, like I understand how you're feeling instead of how I understood how I felt back in the past, right? Anyways, so the difference between you being lazy now and you getting up off your ass and doing those things, whether it's working out, getting that job you wanted, doing whatever it is that you wanted, or even having the goal or the balls to do it. You know how you do it? Look at yourself. This is how I do it. This is not how you should do it. But this is an option. This is how I do it. I look myself right in the mirror, and I tell myself, are you a fucking pussy? Is this difficult for you? You were a truck driver. I mean, you've backed into docks that no one else knows how to back into. You've done some crazy shit in your life. You are not only experienced in hardships and troubles and things that come up, speed bumps in the road, whatever it may be, that out of the blue, out of the woodwork problem that arises that you had no idea. I get through those all the time. All the time. And in fact, when those things pop up, I'm not nervous. In fact, I almost like it's a blessing, because those instances, those experiences in your life make you a better and stronger person. Remember when I said, if you stop using your muscles, let's say your legs, like you go into a wheelchair, you're going to stop walking. That's how that works. If you are working out, you are exercising all those muscles. You are increasing your heart rate, which is producing blood flow through areas which are, that sugar, let's just say fructose. You can talk about good sugar too, right? Bananas, let's say. You're eating tons of bananas. Your body can only metabolize the sugar, even though it's the good sugar, can only metabolize the sugar through your liver. Now, what happens when you have an excess of sugar? Well, when it goes into your bloodstream, right, it goes through and then creates and deposits sediments. And those sediments are generally in your joints. And those sediments, because your liver can't process all that sugar is a salt, believe it or not. Sugar's a water-soluble substance, chemical, element, whatever you want to call it, and it will deposit into those joints. Now, how do you get the crap out of your joints? Whether that's your clogged arteries or your sugar or whatever. How do you get those out of the joints? How? Blood flow. It's the only way! It's the only way! It's the only way. These people who die from heart attacks, it's because they are clogged. Then their heart rate might go up, let's say, right? And then all of a sudden that zooms out of that spot and has nowhere else to go other than clogging something else. And where do people have heart attacks? Your heart. So it clogs a valve. Your heart's not able to pump that. You're dead. You can talk about strokes too. You can talk about all these other problems. But here's the secret. If you are doing, it's uncomfortable in the time you are doing it. It's uncomfortable. You might have clogged arteries. You might have cancer in your lungs or dealing with a viral infection. These things can prevent you from trying to achieve those things you need in life. Now, insert any problem in there or any excuse in there. Because the truth is, you can get away with taking care of yourself. It just takes you from getting out of that comfort zone that you're in. That comfort zone is a delusion. It's Satan's delusion. Getting you in that comfort zone. Oh, this is just comfortable. It's easy. There's no hiccups or stress. You need stress in your life. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Now, I'm not saying that you need to overwhelm yourself with stress in these three areas, but you must have tension on these areas every single day. If you are not using your brain and coming up with new ideas, and what ideas do you fucking have that's new or that's useful? Same thing with physical or spiritual, right? If you're not working out that muscle, then you go and do a job that requires using that muscle. Now you're out of breath and now you got all this lactic acid buildup for no fucking reason. And why would you go through all that? That stress is good. It's discomforting in the moment. But when you are done, nothing makes you feel like you've accomplished more than when you go through a stressful situation. Look, Think of that most stressful situation that you were in recently, and just physically, mentally, or spiritually. Think of that situation you were in, and now think about during the situation, it was stressful, there was discomfort. But when you either physically, mentally, or spiritually figured it out, how did that make you feel when it was over? It felt rewarding. If you did absolutely nothing all day, made $100, right? You're at a job where, let's say you're a security guard position. You see almost no one in your downtown building. Let's say you work downtown and you're the security guard to this building. And you go up the elevator, you walk around the outside, the perimeter, and you see some people, but you don't really talk to people. You don't do anything. And it's just like a boring job. It's just boring, right? And you're not, how do you feel accomplished at the end of the day? You didn't stop anyone from stealing or doing those things that the reason why you even have the job. And it's just boring, right? Do you feel accomplished when you did nothing? A lot of people like security guard positions because they do nothing, because they want to be lazy. Believe it or not. You know, I'm sorry if I'm telling you some fucking new news. Anyway, I'm going to encourage you to stop being lazy, endure the hardship, feel rewarded, and increase your physical, mental, and spiritual health. Because if you are physically more fit, everyone around you is going to be better off because you are motivating those people around you. Remember what I said? Be the light of the world. If you are working out every day, you're going to inspire others. Believe it or not, sometimes I'll walk into a room with a family or a friend that even recognizes me, and they'll just look at me and go like, holy shit, look at your arms, dude. Jeez, man, you've been working out, huh? I remember when you were a fat truck driver, you weighed 200-something pounds, and yeah, taking care of myself. No excuses. That's how it gets done. You motivate the people around you. You're the light. You radiate that, and you are making the world a better place. Because if that person didn't have you, trust me, they probably don't have anyone else to look up to be a role model or whatever. But if you are, and you're choosing to continue enduring those hardships, all that you gain from those endeavors and the hardships and the stresses are not going to be a burden in the future. They are going to be a life hack in the future. All of a sudden, friend needs help. Yeah, I need 3 people to move this chair or this couch or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden I pop up and I move the fucking thing myself. Tell me that isn't inspirational, motivation. Tell me. When you look at a fucking 500-pound couch and I fucking moved it myself, or whatever, you insert whatever situation. See, the real reason I'm bringing up this video is because I see a lot of people falling for their excuses. Because you have to pretend to believe them. Everyone has an excuse. If I say, hey man, you want to work out with me tomorrow? And if your excuse is anything other than, I'm sorry, I actually had plans at that time, what are we doing? I'll never ask you again. I feel weak. I really want to work out, but what's your excuse? And then ask me, put down below why you don't work out, why you choose to live a shittier life, bringing less value to people. Put it down below, and I'll explain to you how easy it is to switch your mind. Again, those excuses are curses. It curses your existence. I don't want to work out because whatever. But the secret is, once you do it, it's like, whoa, I needed this. Go for a jog. Cardiovascular health, which I would explain to every single person on the planet. You don't have to be a fat guy or a truck driver or something. Every single person on the planet, 7 billion, I don't care if you're fucking eight months old, just learned how to walk, or if you're fucking 90 years old and your doctor says you shouldn't be walking. I don't care. Everything in between. You should be moving. Period. And if you find an excuse that you need to be unhealthy because of this excuse, you've already been brainwashed, probably by yourself. Because once you tell yourself, this is the reason why I'm not doing it, I don't feel good, I'm hungover, or blah, blah, blah. If you have that excuse already built in you, there's no talking to you. There's no getting you out of it. And when you say you're not motivated to do something, get yourself motivated. Actively try to make yourself motivated. And if you're not going to make yourself motivated, what did Einstein say once? If you perpetually do the same thing over and over again and expect change, that's insanity. Now, of course, that's not verbatim. I don't even know if fucking Einstein actually said that or if it's just an internet meme. But the point is, if you're going to do the same thing over and over or not do anything at all and expect you to live a long, healthy life, I'm sorry, guys. I have my last patient. You guys know a little bit about him. I've given you his ailments before, his problems. He has MS, epilepsy, TB, traumatic brain injury, and he is not smart. I tried to get him off the all shitty foods diet or shitty non-foods diet, eating gummy bears for dinner type shit, and tried to get him into vegetables and stuff like that. Well, he doesn't want to. Comes up with every excuse why he needs to keep having MS problems and keep having TBI problems and epilepsy. And then taking all these drugs on top of it from the pharmaceutical companies. What do you expect to change your situation? How do you expect to be able to walk normally? He can barely walk. He could barely walk when he first got MS in 2019. He first got MS in 2018 or 19. And I think 2019. He first got MS. He could barely walk. I had to help him everywhere, throughout the grocery store, etc. He could not walk. He can't move his legs and stuff. Do you think that is the point where you should stop? Stop doing the bullshit and start introducing good stresses in your life and healthy foods? Nope. He sits on a chair all day long, smoking all day long from the moment he gets up to the moment he goes to bed, all day long. Cigarettes, vaping, cannabis, blunts, everything, right? And he eats shitty. I've never seen him just eat broccoli or foods or fruit. Never seen it. So, because of that, even though I've already explained to him how to fix all of these problems that he has, he will never fix these problems, and he's expediting his death. Now, I've already been his primary caregiver slash his everyday person to help him through life. And, okay, here's the guy. So I'm gonna make this quick. Stop being lazy. Be a fucking alpha. Start learning how to be and do those things that you need to do. All right, this person probably doesn't know where he is. Oh, there's two people here. Okay. All right, so... Oh, what the fuck? What's going on here? This is super weird. One just backed in and then backed out. Now this guy's backing in. Okay, so now we got another person. All right, guys. I'll see you later. You guys understand what I'm getting out of this video. Stay tuned for more content. Plenty more coming. Please stop being lazy. Stop surrendering to excuses. Start being an alpha. Start being the greatest version that you can be. That's enough for this video. 35 minutes long. See you guys.